After wey DNA results bin don prove say Justice Momoja Stevens na the daddy for Edmina Hawa Jamiru in pikin. Edmina bin come na social media with lots of accusation and make this video.
I want to reveal something to the people of Sierra Leone. This is very significant for all the women and girls in Sierra Leone. I want you people to know that the God that we serve is a God that hates injustice. In fact, inside the Holy Bible, in the book of Isaiah, the word of God says that the Lord reigns and rules with equity, that is fairness, and he hates injustice. But now we see even injustice in the church, in the mosque. The reason being, these religious leaders don't have any relationship with God. They are just practicing religion. That is even what happened yesterday in Mina's Chapel. Mina's Chapel, all the pastors in that church, they are just practicing religion, including the Rashid Umbuya. They are practicing religion. These are people that even supported Momoja Stevens when he beat me up, that domestic violence which he did to me. And even some of them were supporting him when he got me pregnant, seeing that he's a judge. Even some of them were saying I should not expose all his atrocities that he was doing. Why? Because they are practicing religion. That is the reason why men of God, who are supposed to be men of God, but they are involving into these evil practices, which is even against God. And that is the reason why, in fact, Osinachi, I don't know whether most of you women know Osinachi. That is the reason why Osinachi died in Nigeria. Because Osinachi was the head of the choir in her church. And she was married to a domestic violent man, a man that was very violent, that was beating her up. And she didn't speak up because she was afraid that the church will remove her from being the head in the ministry. These wicked pastors, Winners Chapel, even wicked imams in this mosque. That was the reason why, even though Momoja Stevens, who seems to be a religious leader because he's an imam, but does not have any fear of God in his heart, beat me up, even though it is not in the Quran, even though it is not in the Holy Bible. So this means that even these religious leaders are not practicing the word of God. They don't have any fear of God in their hearts anymore. And this is one thing also that is affecting the judiciary of Sierra Leone. The fear of God has completely departed from the judiciary. So what is going to happen now? God is cleansing the land to restore the fear of God in the hearts of his people. Lawyer Rashid Umbuya does not have the fear of God in his heart. He's a very corrupt lawyer. I will not lie to the public. All the pastors in Mina's Chapel are very corrupt. They don't have the fear of God in their hearts. In fact, the imams, I don't know, but Momoja Stevens was a very corrupt imam. Of course, you people have already seen it. The DNA have exposed him. DNA have already embarrassed him. So that is a clear evidence. So our women and girls, please don't be afraid to speak up, okay? Because even these pastors in church that are threatening you that if you speak up, they will remove you from being choir head. If you speak up against the atrocities your men are doing to you. Some of these pastors, in fact, beat their wives at home, rape their wives at home. They don't want their wives to be exposing them. They suppress them. So me, I expose it, and I'll continue to expose every evil and atrocity in this land. I'm not afraid of men. I'm afraid of God. It is God I fear. And anyone that does not fear God, I say God will hammer that individual. Whoever is listening to me now, I want you as a man to fear God. If you don't fear God, God will destroy you in this land. And as a woman and a girl, please continue to speak up. Continue to speak up. Don't be silent. Let's break the silence. And let the fear of God reign in our hearts. Thank you so much for listening and have a nice day.